Gamarchopa, me Mekvia Said, me Kanadidan var, Tsuta Kartulad Vlaparakop, Dres Aris Mizyani, Madloba, Nachvamdis. So this is just me flexing my terrible Georgian, whatever little Georgian that I have learned so far. And basically, I just said, hello, and I'm from Canada, and I speak little Georgian, and today is a sunny day. And then at the end, thank you, goodbye. So I'm learning. I started learning lately. I've been in Georgia for a month and a half, but due to the lockdown, I didn't really have any opportunity to interact with the locals. And in fact, I concealed myself during the lockdown. So I'd go once a week to buy food, and I wouldn't go again because I came in here in a very bad time. I came here March 15th. They closed the borders March 18th. It's literally 3 days after. There was a big paranoia going on about foreigners, and everybody was scared, not just here in Georgia, but everywhere. So that was made very clear to me that people don't want to do anything to do with me. And I wouldn't presume. I know for sure it was like that everywhere else. Spoke to some friends in Thailand, which is where I spent most of my time over the last year, and they were saying the same thing. Is the locals were didn't want anything to do with Farangs, foreigners. So it was like that everywhere because of fear. When you're afraid, then all your good qualities fly out of the window, right? So I concealed myself during the lockdown, which is now being exponentially at an exponential speed lifted. Every day here in Georgia, there's something like they're allowing people to do things, and it's the whole country now. It's what, like beginning of May, in a month it's going to be operating fully again. They had a certain plan to open the country by July, but they're pushing things earlier, much earlier actually. So in a month from now, the whole country will be open again, and they're going to be one of the first countries, if not the first country, to open up their tourism again. So due to me feeling out the vibes, I could sense now, the shops are opening up again and everything. I could sense now, okay, it's time to come out of your cave, come out of your closet, and start interacting with the locals. And that's what I've been doing lately. Just you vibe it out, you vibe things out, right? And you get certain clues, and you can see now people are more comfortable, and everybody's just like, if happier, I suppose, or just more relieved. The Georgians here are very, very serious about their Easter holiday, and they got robbed from them. They couldn't go to churches, and there was a big thing here, in the country, and protests. There was protests after people. People here are living, a lot of them not paycheck to paycheck, but day to day. So the people starting to get hungry and run out of money. And so, the government obviously realized that, and the number of cases here is low. So, the country's, the bottom line, the country's opening up again. And I could sense the vibes. I could sense there's more of a friendly vibe again, overall, not necessarily towards me, just overall, right? You could sense the vibes. And I knew this because this was my sign to start to actually come out of my cave, come out of my closet. The sign was, I went downstairs. I wanted to go for a walk, and one person who came into the apartment to fix something, right? Very, very, very nice gentleman. I've just seen him once. He came into my apartment. He wanted to fix something because the heater wasn't working. And when he came in, I told him I just know Gamar Chopa and Madloba, which is hello, thank you. And so anyway, I seen him, like, I think when he came to fix something was 3 weeks ago. I saw him downstairs, and he looks at me, big smile, and I give him a big smile, and he says, "Come here," and I'm able to talk to him a little bit. I'm actually able to use certain words with him this time. and he takes a selfie with me. He's really happy and he's excited, and I'm excited, and he takes a selfie. He gives me a hug, social distancing my ass, right? And he takes a selfie with me. So I was like, all right. So I could just that was for me the confirmation. All right, you know, because the country was at that time. This was happening a few days ago. So the country's opening up, and you could just see. And Georgian people are very well known for their hospitality, and they are. I'm seeing it right now. And I will not deny this. I will not lie to you. I was like, Georgian hospitality, my ass. Where is this? I'm not seeing any of this. In fact, some people were like, when they found out I was a foreigner, they were like making certain jokes and laughing, and you could just sense that they were saying some mean things. This was again the March between March 5th, I came March 15th. They closed the borders March 18th, and all the state of emergency and the lockdowns and the fear began to happen. So when humans are afraid, and they forget all that. But I'm seeing now that actually they're actually really nice people and very hospitable and very helpful, very very helpful people. And I'm actually falling in love. One of the things I said in the beginning of the video is Mikvars Sakartvelo. I love Georgia. Mikvars Borjumi, which is where I am now. Borjumi. Truly, I feel that now. Like, starting to really fall in love with the place and fall in love with its inhabitants. And here's something very important. This is my 7th country in like 9 months or 10 months. Make an effort to speak the language, and you will be treated very, very well. Very, very well. Okay? I think part of the paranoia, the mutual paranoia also, not it was for the people were paranoid here, but I was also paranoid. The whole situation, lockdowns and foreigners, and if I had spoken even a little bit of Georgian in the beginning, I think it would have been okay, even despite everything. Okay, I think it would have been okay, but I didn't. I knew 2 words, and that's it. And with all this fear and the lockdowns and stay at home, I just didn't have the chance. I didn't really want to learn the language because I'm like, who am I gonna interact with now? There's nobody to interact with anyway, and like I don't even want to be known as a foreigner. But if let's say this was my second time coming into Georgia, and I knew at least what little Georgian I know now, I think it would have been fine, even despite all of that. So it's very important when you go to a new country to really make an effort to speak their language. Just making the effort, it will help you. It really will. The people will help you. They'll be friendlier to you, and they'll find it really cute when you're mispronouncing all the words. I went to the bank yesterday because the ATM machine swallowed my card, so I had to go get it back. And I've been learning a few Georgian words, so I learned how to say, "I want my bank card," or "I want a bank card," right? Just so because there's always now people at the entrance. You have to go in, they have to screen you, even when you go buy groceries, and they have to give you disinfectant on your hands, right? So it's like you have to now say why you're here for, and so you have to communicate to yourself. So I learned how to say, men. I learned how to say, "Minda sabanko barati," which literally translates to "I want a bank card." You see, like just a very simple. Think of somebody who's trying to learn English and their English is broken, and they're just putting like 3 or 4 words together and they understand. When I say that, they understand it right away. Because it's like, imagine somebody comes up to you and you're a bank teller, and somebody doesn't speak English and just comes and says, "I want bank card." They understand. Okay, well, you need to go see a bank teller, right? And I just needed to communicate that. And then I went upstairs, and I said the same thing, and they understand why I'm here for, and they laugh, they smile, like you can see it's like oh, like that's cute. It's actually making an effort, and they're very helpful when you try to make an effort, right? Another word that I learned that I'm going to learn every time that I go to a new country. I really feel like I could have learned more Thai. I'm gonna learn more Thai because I'm gonna go to Thailand soon when they open. I'm gonna go back to Pai. But I probably will stay here in the summer. It's really, really beautiful, beautiful place. Anyway, touche zlaba, please. If please, people really, I started to use that word now, and they really like, as soon as you say it, and they know you're a foreigner right away from your speaking, but you could tell like they want to help you because you're polite and you're making an effort to speak their language, right? Another thing, ukat stravat, excuse me, right? You just say excuse me, and if you're really polite and trying to make an effort, I really think if I knew a little bit of Georgian, and even with all these things happening, March and the lockdowns, it would have been okay. I really think I would have felt comfortable. They would have been okay about it. They're quite hospitable people, really are. Somebody stopped me the other day, the truck driver, and the truck driver stopped me, and he wanted to know something. He wanted to know where to go, and he stopped me to say something. And I just look at him and I say, Burishi, Miyarvitsi Kartuli, which means, I'm sorry, I don't speak Georgian. So he looks at me, big smile, just gives me a wave. Why? Because I've actually at least learned how to say I don't know how to speak the language. You see? Yeah, just making the effort is very important if you're going to be traveling. Learn a few words before you go. Honestly, you won't really want to learn until you're there. So if you know how to say hello and goodbye, that's good enough. Yeah, like I came in here with just madloba, which is thank you, and gamar chopa, nothing else, right? And I just kind of figured out that as I'm there and interacting and I want to do things, I'll just learn as you go. And that, because you try to learn it at home and you're like, but I'm not there yet. There's nobody to speak to, there's nobody to practice with. And so as soon as you're there, make the effort to learn the language, and you will. Like if you want to go get groceries, for example, if I want to go get oranges, then I say, I know I'm flexing a lot here. It's terrible. My Georgian is terrible. But I think as somebody who speaks Arabic, it's a lot easier for me to learn. I'm actually picking it up quite faster than I thought because they have this letter gha, like day means dres, right? Dres aris mziani, which means today is sunny. Dres, dra, like gha is a, because Georgian is a very unique language, very unique language. Like they have these crazy like letters, but as someone who speaks Arabic, I can say easily ra, dres, right? As an English speaker, you may find it difficult to say dres, which means, today or day. It means either day or today, dres. Or cha, they use cha so much, nachfamdis, which means goodbye. Diach, which means yes. Cha, they use it a lot, but as an Arabic speaker, I think I have that as my advantage because of these letters. We use these letters a lot too. My mom's name starts with ra, right? And kha, we use it a lot. So yeah, when you go to a country, then you want to do things. So try to learn very basic, broken, right? Touche laba, please. I want 6 oranges, for example, right? So I would say touche laba, and I speak slower because you're trying to remember, right? Minda, I want, so minda. Portugali, or ekvzi portugali. I want 6 oranges, broken, but and so when you say it like that, I can see the reactions. People are very helpful, very friendly. They want to help you. They're really happy that you're making an effort to speak their language. So I think it was on me. I really should have still made the effort to speak the language even in the earlier stages. But again, you know how it is. So yeah, I'm really loving it here right now. As I continue to learn the language, I feel more confident, and I could see more of the kindness of the people here. I could see more of it. And people here are fed up. They're starting to realize this is bullshit. Everyone, everywhere in the world. So they actually want to open the tourism. I think Georgia is going to be the first country in the world to open up their tourism. They may be. They even came out and said a couple days ago that we want to be the first country. I think they will actually be open for tourism soon. They depend a lot on tourism here. And yeah, again, you could see there again, it's like friendly mode. Everybody's like, yeah, you can't just keep people in the homes too, And then you're spreading all this fear of stay away from foreigners, right? yeah, so that's a little tip for you guys. When you travel, make the effort to speak the language. Really make the effort. They'll find it really cute too, because you're mispronouncing the words, and you're like a little nervous trying to say things, and they really find it cute. Like when I went to the bank teller and I told her this, I want a bank card. And then I told her I speak little, Kartulli means Georgian, right? And even though I have the mask, because you gotta have the mask on, and she has the mask, you could say, she like gave, like, she was like genuinely smiling and laughing that I'm trying to make the effort. I could tell she really found it cute. And she really wanted to help. And at the end of it, I say Didi Madlova, which means thank you very much. And she, yeah, like, you just see, like, she's like, oh, like, she liked it. She really appreciated it, because Madloba is the common one they use for thank you. Didi Madloba means thank you very much. You're showing like sincere gratitude. So anyway, yeah, wherever you go, try to learn the language, the basic stuff, just basic. You don't have to be fluent in it. You don't have to be a bird at it. Just basic stuff, and you'll be fine. You'll get lots of help. And it makes sense, doesn't it? You're here, the people here are speaking certain language. You don't want to feel entitled. Like, they should know how to speak English, or, they should, whatever, all the shoulds. Like, no, actually, if anything, you should be the one making the effort to learn the language of the local population here, which is, where most people speak the language. So you should be the one making the effort, not the other way around, right? And sometimes you'll meet people, I like when that happens, where they're also learning English, because everybody wants to learn English, and you want to learn their language. So actually it's nice, because then you can both practice together. And I've had that with some people, where they're trying to learn English, and so they see you speak English, right? English, what is it? English suri means English. English surat vlaparakop. I speak English. So yeah, you'll practice with them. So it's fun. It's really fun. It really is fun also. Then every time you leave your house, it becomes an adventure also, because it's like, because you're nervous, like you don't really speak the language all that well, right? But you're gonna have to say some things. You're gonna have to interact with people. And I didn't really experience that in Thailand, because there's so many franks, right? Foreigners there, that and the Thai people, especially in the areas that I went to, Pai, Koh Phangan, touristy places. So even the Thai people make an effort to speak English. They want to learn English. And so I didn't really have to learn too many words in Thailand. I didn't have to learn too many words. And again, because there's so many foreigners and people who speak English there, that it didn't feel like I left Canada in many ways. It's funny, because there's just so many people that speak English, not necessarily Thai locals, although all the Thai young people speak it there. But not necessarily Thai people. I'm talking like, I was in a resort. Every day was somebody different, my neighbor, and they all spoke English. But here it's quite different, right? Because again, because of the whole situation too, there's like, yeah, I'm not surprised if in Borjomi here, I'm the only English speaking tourist at the moment. At the moment, right? I'm not surprised. So especially in all the situation, I'm like, all right, you've really got to like step up the game. You've really got to learn some words here, because you have to, right? But I'm really glad, and I'm finding the language easy to learn. Despite, people say this is like, they place it as one of the most difficult languages, and I understand why. But I do have the advantage of being able to speak Arabic. So I can say these letters with ease. Ra, kha. I can say them with ease, no problem at all. Try to say this. Ra, ra. Res, ra. And then kha, of course. But I think a lot of cultures say that. Like Hebrew uses kha, Arabic kha, Georgian kha. Like I think there's a lot of, even Spanish, right? Kha, 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 ha, 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 right? So at some point I'll have to learn Spanish. But Spanish is so easy. So easy. So unbelievably easy. Anyway, I'm really enjoying it here. Really enjoying the process of learning language, enjoying the interactions with the locals. It's great. And yeah. Didi Madloba for watching my videos. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Nach Famdis.